Hey everybody, Chris Schweda coming to you from the office, which is actually my boat. This is where I spend a lot of my time making my calls and all that. I do that because I don't like to feel like I'm working, even though I am. I like to feel like it's a great environment. So this is my view and all that out from the office. But guys, what I wanted to do today is I just wanted to go through a quick getting started training. I know we have our corporate getting started training, which is incredible, and it's a duplication model that has created all of these stories. But I just wanted to give everybody a few tips to help you to grow your business and help you to bring this thing to the next level. So in the getting started training, it's going to have one, go on Facebook and say your goal. You're going to want to put your goal out there to everybody. Number two, it's going to talk about a team call. It's going to talk about the different things to plug into. And we'll just go over those steps real quick. But the first thing I want to talk about in building your business is be normal. So this is the number one rule I tell people. We don't really have any rules in our business. But if we did have a rule, it would be normal. And the reason why is because, your friends know you from whatever your background is, from whatever you do. And if you call them up and you start trying to explain everything and you're an expert on the challenge and you start explaining products, and that's just weird, right? And people don't like weird. And whatever you do, they're going to be sitting there watching going, do I want to do what you just did? And if you're acting weird, they don't want to be weird. That's why people will say, I don't want to sell, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. So if you want to eliminate that, the way that you do that is by being normal. So what's the number one rule, guys? It's be normal. So the second thing that I want to do is I want to talk to you a little bit about prejudging. When people get started, the first thing they want to do is, and they're going through their head on, this person's going to do it and that person's going to do it. And, you're trying to make a decision on who's going to do it and not based on either their weight or where they are financially. And our job is not to, decide who's going to do it and who's not. Our job is to put people in a funnel. And a funnel is big at the top and small on the bottom for a reason, which means you're going to put a lot of names in the beginning, and people are going to come out as they're ready. Guys, I want to also point out that no means not now. So no means not now. We have multiple ambassadors on the team that all said no in the very beginning, but timing just wasn't right. Maybe, you didn't expose them correctly. You tried to explain everything, right? But at the end of the day, no means not now, so there is no such thing as rejection. There is no such thing as, where you're being judged or whatever by sharing it with them, unless you're being weird, and that may be the reason why, so that's why we say be normal. So, in getting started, you want to make that list of every single person you know. And I just want to point out that a lot of times the most successful people that you think financially they will not do it, sometimes they're going to do it for another reason. It may not be the money. We just had people come on a team that, definitely did not need the money, but they got started because of the culture. They got started because they wanted to feel like they were a part of something, guys. And we're working on a mission within ViSalus to help change the way that people, live their lives. And that's why ViSalus means health, life, and prosperity, guys, or life, health, and prosperity. And, that's part of the process. So you don't want to decide who's going to do what and who's not. So there's a few different variations of the script that we're going to go through, and we'll just kind of touch on how we expose people in the process. And the first one, and it's right there in the Getting Started training, it's I just found out. Guys, if you're brand new, you just found out about the 90-day challenge. Now, if you've been doing this for a few months, 6 months, a year, whatever, it's kind of hard to say I just found out and I've been watching you post it on Facebook and all these different things. And so what you don't want to do is say I just found out to some brand new person. So we'll go over the 3 different variations of the script real quick to help you guys, if you do these things, I promise you, you will create success. So number 1, I just found out about the 90-day challenge and I thought of you. That's one variation of the script. Or I just found out about the 90-day challenge. My goal is, and then you basically say what your goal is, and then they're going to say, well, that's cool, and then they may ask more information. But what I personally used was, I just found out about the 90-day challenge and I thought of you. And the reason why I use that is because, have you ever had anybody that's like, oh my God, I just found out, and they're like, but I can't tell you right now. And you're like, well, tell me what it is, tell me. And you're asking them a bunch of questions, like the curiosity just makes you want to know more. So when you say, I just found out about the 90-day challenge, they are going, what's the 90-day challenge? So now you went from being weird, trying to explain stuff to them asking you what the 90-day challenge is. So now the next line is going to be, oh my God, you got to check this out. There's a 4-minute call that explains it perfectly. And if they say, well, just tell me. Say, look, I'm brand new. I really don't know how to explain it. The call explains it way better than I can. You got to check this out. Some people may rather use the Body Bible website. Well, that has a 5-minute a video that breaks it down for you, so you don't have to do it. Guys, in this business, it's about using tools. And no matter what you do, you want to make sure that you're doing something that other people not only can do, but would want to do. So the more normal you keep it, the more just normal people are going to say, you know what, all they did is just send me to a call or send me to a website. I can do that. And that's what you want people to say. You want them to say, I can do this. And if you're explaining a bunch of stuff and the facts and how much protein and the Trizorb and all that stuff, one, it's weird, and number two, they're sitting there going, I don't want to do that. So we want to keep it very, very simple through sending them to the website, or we're going to send them to the Vyline. I personally use the Vyline 90% of the time. I'm sending them to the Vyline. If not, I'll text them the website. They can even watch it right there on their smartphone. So we don't prejudge anybody. We put everyone on the list. Everyone. So everybody, I want you to repeat after me. We put everyone on the list. I know I've sat down with person after person, and they're going through their phone. They're picking who's going to do it and who's not going to do it. And they're, picking who they think they want to call. And our job is not to pick those people. We start off at A. We write every person's name down on the list, and we just start making calls and saying, hey, I just found out about the 90-day challenge, and I thought of you. Hey, I just started the 90-day challenge. My goal is you got to check it out. Or you can say, I just started the 90-day challenge. I'm looking for 3 accountability partners. Can you take a look at this and let me know if you can keep me accountable? That's a real, approach that isn't very pushy whatsoever. Hey, can you keep me accountable? I want you to look at it so you know what I'm doing so you can keep me accountable. That's a great approach for somebody that may want to get their 3 for free. So, variation number 1. I just found out about the 90-day challenge and I thought of you. The second variation, this is the one that I use most now, and it is, have you been paying attention to the 90-day challenge everybody's been talking about? Or have you heard about the 90-day challenge that everyone's been talking about? And the reason why I say that is because if everyone's talking about it and they don't know about it, they're like, no, what is that? And they're now asking you again what the 90-day challenge is, so where you're not coming across as a weirdo, and they're asking you, so now you can plug them through the system again. So, and what I also like to throw in is like, have you heard about that, or have you been paying attention to the 90-day challenge everyone's been talking about on Facebook? Now, the reason why I say everyone is because if you had to group yourself in like everyone or like no one, what would you be? I mean, you would be more like everyone, wouldn't you? So if everyone's talking about it and you don't know about it, then there's something going on and you want to know. Curiosity is going to kill you. What is everyone talking about? The other thing is some people might have seen it but haven't looked at it. And if they say, well, yeah, I've kind of seen it, and I'm like, oh, so you're already on. I assume that if they've looked at it, because all smart people, when they look at it, want to get on it, right? So I assume that they're already on it. And they'll say, no. I say, oh, so you haven't really looked at it, have you? And then they say, no. I say, look, you owe it to yourself to take a look at this. It's incredible. And then, bam, I'm going to put them through the exact same system. So the system is 4-minute call or a website. And then basically we're going to follow up. And then when we call them back or when we let them listen to the call, always my personality is I'm excited. So I'm like, can you see why I'm so excited? And then they say, yeah, man, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to say, what did you like most about what you saw? Or if you talk a little bit different, you may say, what made the most sense to you? What stuck out to you? However you talk, you want to make sure you do that and not sound like a robot or like a scripted weirdo. You want to sound normal. So you want to talk in the same way that you talk. So if you're talking to your girl, it's like, girl, you got to check. I mean, talk however you talk. So we're going to follow up what you like most about it. Great. Are you open to more information? Are you open to more information? Step 2. Then you're going to send them the next. If you put them on the call, next is the website. Then if they start asking a lot of questions, you say, look, that's a great question. I'm brand new. Hey, I want to introduce you to somebody. You have to hear their story. It's incredible. Hold on. Let me see. They're really busy. Let me see if I can get them on the phone. They love helping people. A ton of fun. Let me see if I can get, Mary on the phone. Let me see if I can put Mel on the phone, or John, or Melissa, or Dawn, or any of the other leaders we have on the team. We have so many leaders on the team. You want to put someone else on the phone. And that you're going to three-way them in, let them tell their story, and then what they'll do is answer the questions for you and get them to the event. The event is your challenge party. So, guys, other thing I want to point out is in pre-party, what we're talking about, the goal is to put people, run them through the bases. So you got, home base is making your list. First base is exposing them to the system. Second base is following up and saying, what do you like most? Third base is getting them to either a three-way call or an exposure to invite them to the challenge party, which is home base. Home base is the challenge party, and that's where then we're going to start the GST, make their list, and then go through the bases all over again. So those are the steps that we're going to actually go through. We want to make sure that when we go to the parties that we're not killing them with the fact acts, explaining everything. We want to just connect with them, keep the parties fun, and have a leader close out your party. We have tons of national directors, regional directors, presidentials, and ambassadors that are willing to help you go out there and close your party. So make sure that you're calling in, if one of those leaders aren't at your party, that they're calling in to help you close your party. So I hope I went over everything. I'll probably be redoing this video. But anyway, just wanted to give everybody some tips on how to get started. So we want to run the bases. We want to call them up. Hey, I just found out about the 90-day challenge. I thought of you. Number 2, have you heard about the 90-day challenge everybody's talking about on Facebook? Number 3, hey, I just found out about the 90-day challenge. I just started the 90-day challenge and I'm looking for 3 accountability partners. Option number 3, follow up. What did you like most? Awesome. Me too. Are you open to getting more information? If they start asking a bunch of questions, you could either three-way call or say it sounds like you want more information, and then you put them in the next step. Your job is not to answer the questions. That's weird. Don't do that. Put them on the phone with somebody else or use another tool to answer the questions for you. And then step 3, and get them to the party, and then put them and start the process over again. Appreciate you guys. Hope this helps. Have an awesome day.